Buenas tardes y bienvenidos y todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. Today is Saturday, July 31st, 2021, and we are continuing with our annual theme, which is Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. And tomorrow is the start of the new month. Can you believe July has already come and gone? And since I follow along with the monthly and weekly themes, we will be starting the August theme today. So the topic for the month of August is a pause for guidance. And the topic for this week is time for a tune-up. The suggested books for reading this month are Meditations for Daily Use by Ernest Holmes and Self-Care Check-In, a guided journal to build healthy habits and devote time to you by G. Renee Hill. We open each week with a spiritual practice called affirmative prayer, which is also known as spiritual mind treatment. And this is a powerful tool and a practical tool that shifts our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. It aligns our thoughts with all good. So let's move into today's service with intention, as we do each week with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. I'll be reading today from July 30th, 2014. And just a reminder that spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. I am born anew. God is forever making all things new in the image and likeness of its infinite beauty. Today, as the sun of love rises in my consciousness, I am born anew. Deeply aware of my kinship with all life, I relate to everything and everyone in my world as family. I feel a deep sense of connection with the tiniest insect and the most gigantic whale. All of creation seems to be singing a birthday chorus as I awaken to the spiritual magnificence of which I am a part. The light of God takes form in me, and the shadows of past errors are dispersed by my dawning spiritual awareness. With a deeper understanding of truth as a foundation upon which my life is built, I see the kingdom of God as a world that works for everyone. I redouble my resolve to play my part as an ambassador of peace. I am inspired by the evidence of goodness in everyone I encounter, and I respond with enthusiasm to the inner urge to share the joy of being. Grateful that the living Spirit Almighty is my godparent, I release my word into the law that glorifies every new beginning with the evidence of its omnipresent grace. And so it is. And that was submitted by Reverend John Scott from Kingston, Jamaica. So let's review together our purpose, vision, and mission statements. Your purpose is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. And we do this by means of our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the life we desire that works for us right now. And this is supported by our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. So at this time, I'd like to, again, truly welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta. Whether you're here live on the Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time, please know that everyone is welcome here, and we value each and every one of you. And so please know that we are an open spiritual center where we honor diversity. So no matter which path you have been on or currently on, please know that you are welcome as we honor all paths. And everyone of all diversity is welcome and encouraged to be here so that you can be who you are and a better version of who you are, the best version of who you are. So welcome. Here we teach a philosophy called the science of mind, and it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. And we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, such as the one that we experienced with our opening spiritual mind treatment. And like I said, we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching of the science of mind, he replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week we offer a service with an inspirational message. And in the past, this has been done in a restaurant in downtown Puerto Vallarta. But we are still required to wear masks at all times while outside our home. So I will continue to invite you into my home via Zoom. Mi casa es su casa. But we look forward to once again having discussions afterward and to enjoy some homestyle Mexican cooking. So hopefully that will be sometime soon. And I'm hoping that will be sometime in September. And just a heads up that we are also looking to move to a new location. And we will be meeting in person on Sunday mornings. So as soon as we have a location, we will let you know that in advance, as well as posting it on our website and our Facebook page. Also, just to give you a heads up as well, we will be switching to Sundays in the upcoming month. So I'll let you know the week before. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, you can either post them here online, wherever it is that you are watching, or send me a direct email and I'll be sure to respond. Our evolutionary vision from the Centers for Spiritual Living Global Vision for this week is this. We see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with their highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively, we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. And our timeless wisdom from our Science of Mind principles, core concepts, and values for this week are from our Declaration of Principles. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. And from our spiritual principles document, this week is heaven. Heaven is a state of awareness of our true nature. We experience our true nature to the degree that we become conscious of it. We actively seek to know the true nature of every individual and celebrate each individual's unique expression of it. This experience of our true nature is sure to be attained by all. So the month of August invites us to pause for guidance, rest, rejuvenate, and prepare for the next leg of our journey. We welcome joy, innovation, authenticity, vulnerability, and the opportunity to evolve our thinking. It's time for a personal tune-up to ensure that we are aligned with our life values so that we may continue on our path whole and with joy. We consider being in alignment with our personal values of spirituality, relationships, time, and health. Dr. Ernest Holmes, in this thing called You, said, you are to find the roots of your life in pure spirit. Lose your sense of being separated from your good, and you will find that you are united with it. So I'd like to share with you a story written by Jean L. Pellegrino on change and growth. He wrote this. Long ago, when the world was very new, there was a certain lobster who was determined that the Creator had made a mistake. So he set up an appointment to discuss the matter. With all due respect, said the lobster, I wish to complain about the way you designed my shell. You see, just as I got used to the one outer casing, then I have to shed it for another. Very inconvenient and rather a waste of time. To which the Creator replied, I see. But do you realize that it is the giving up of one shell that allows you to grow into another? But I like myself the way I am, the lobster said. Your mind is made up? The Creator asked. Indeed, the lobster stated firmly. Very well, smiled the Creator. From now on, your shell will not change, and you may go about your business just as you are doing right now. That is very kind of you, said the lobster, and he left. At first, the lobster was very content wearing the same old shell, but as time passed, he had found that his once light and comfortable shell was becoming quite heavy and tight, restrictive. After a while, in fact, the shell became so cumbersome that the lobster couldn't feel anything outside of himself. And as a result, he was constantly bumping into others. Finally, it got to the point where he could hardly even breathe. So, with great effort, he went back to see the Creator. With all due respect, the lobster sighed, contrary to what you promised, my shell has not remained the same. It keeps shrinking. Not at all, smiled the Creator. It has remained the same size. What happened is that you changed inside, within your shell. The Creator continued. You see, everything changes continuously. No one remains the same. That's the way I've made things. When you let go of your shell and choose to grow, said the Creator, you build new strength within yourself. And in that strength, you find new capacity to love yourself, to love those around you, to love life itself. This is my plan for each one of us. So yes, it's important for us to keep changing, to keep growing and evolving. Ernest Holmes said this: whatever you identify yourself with, you will become like. Whatever you resist until you make it a reality, you will also become like. So tending the garden of our mind, pulling the weeds called negative thoughts, and replacing them with the beautiful positive ones that we desire. Have you ever woken up and seen that the sky is gray, there's no sunshine, and rain is imminent, and thought, oh, it's going to be a lousy day. And then you get out of bed and stub your toe, and then you go to make coffee. You forget to put the pot in the coffee maker, so you have coffee everywhere. And now you have to wait to get a cup of coffee. And then you're late for work, and you can't find a parking spot. And the day continues with more of what you don't want. That's because you set the intention. And the more negativity you experience, the more you saw. And so it goes. But if you got up and instead saw that the skies were gray and thought, yay, it's finally going to be cooler today. What relief. And yay, the garden will be watered by nature. So the more that you saw positive things, the more positivity you experience. And so goes your day. And you arrive to work on time with your coffee and the perfect parking spot. Whatever you think about will come about. So let's look at these 3 key points for today. Number 1, get support. Number 2, evaluate. And number 3, share. So getting support. If we want to grow, we must take time for a regular spiritual tune-up. When we tune up our cars, it makes our engines easier to start. It improves fuel economy, lowers emissions, and restores that lost pep and power, and improves the engine performance. Wouldn't you like to start your day more easily, improve how much energy you feel, and lower the negative experiences in your life, and restore your pep and power, and improve your performance? When we go out for a chiropractic adjustment, the chiropractor tunes us up and aligns our spine. Wouldn't you like to align with the infinite? When you go to the dentist, this also improves your health and our teeth. Wouldn't you like to have increased vitality? Are you getting regular prayer tune-up? Send me a request for spiritual mind treatment if you haven't already seen or aren't already seeing a licensed spiritual practitioner. I'd like to give you 2 more quotes from Dr. Ernest Holmes. He says, you are to find the roots of your life in pure spirit. Lose your sense of being separated from your good, and you will find that you are united with it. Your mind is an outlet through which the creative intelligence of the universe seeks fulfillment. So evaluate where you would like to have improvement in your life, and then be teachable in these areas. Being teachable is being open to infinite possibilities. It also means being humble. And being humble creates an inner freedom from having to project those parts that we try to hide from ourselves and from others. So in other words, we develop a quiet understanding and compassionate heart. Embrace your humanness. For many, when we fail at something that is important to us, such as a job or relationship, for example, our self-esteem plummets because we tied our self-worth to those things. Not so when you have humility. Your ability to withstand failure or criticism comes from your sense of intrinsic value of being human rather than the outer means. So when you fail at a task or don't live up to expectations, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It's an opportunity to learn and to grow from these experiences. And in order to grow, you learn. And in order to learn, you have to be teachable. And to be teachable, you have to be humble. Inspirational author Shannon L. Alder said this: happiness is always on the other side of being teachable. Which leads us to our third and final point. Lose that which you don't want and share the thing that you do want. Last week, I posted a quote from Deepak Chopra. Awakening is not changing who you are, but discarding who you are not. Choose to lose unhappiness, judgment, and victim mentality. You can lose it just like you found it. I'm sure you've all heard of the phrase, change your thoughts, change your life. Do that. Change your thoughts from negative ones to positive ones. And you can create a ritual and let that go, allowing what you want to reveal in itself within you. Perhaps writing down your negative thoughts on a piece of paper and erasing it, or burn it, or write it on a piece of toilet paper and flush it away. To truly find it, we must share that which we want more of in our lives. If you want more peace, find ways to share peace in the world. If you want more love, find ways to be more loving to more people. If you want more friends, be a friend to somebody first. We must be open to learn to grow. Thinking with a beginner mindset when we are looking for a new or true identity of who we really are. As Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Be willing to continually weed the garden of your mind and rid yourself of thoughts and things you don't want, that negativity, and replace them instead with positive thoughts of things that you do want. And Meister Eckhart said this: be willing to be a beginner every single morning. It's another brand new baby day. Every day is a brand new opportunity to be the best you that you can be. So just like cars need a tune-up, we also need to take time on a regular basis to have a spiritual tune-up. Take this week to reevaluate your life. Get support with a prayer practitioner. Sign up for classes and be willing to be humble and teachable. And most of all, Be willing to lose those things that don't look good on you. And I'm not just talking about clothing. Judgment just isn't flattering on anybody. Start being that which you want to experience more of in the world. You already have it within you. Israel Moore, an inspirational writer, blogger, and speaker with the passion of informing people and reforming lives and transforming society, said this: our troubles begin the moment our teachers believe they know it all, and our learners think they are not teachable. And so today, this is our affirmation. Today, I am realigned with spiritual truth. And so now is our time of mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. And we bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, whether it's $5 or $50, or even just the cost of a cup of coffee. Donations can be made using PayPal to our website. So I'll post that for you again. Our website is www.cslpv.org. And once you arrive on our landing page, you will see a donate button. When you click on it, you have the option to go to PayPal. And once you're in your PayPal account, you can choose the method of payment that you prefer. Or if you prefer to send in a paper check, you can do so by addressing it to CSLPV, number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8M1. And so as you get out your checkbook or log into our website, please join me in saying our offertory affirmations, if you so choose. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with change, please contact me. If you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, or if you would like to be a member of our Board of Trustees, please contact us so that we can provide you with the current forms. And let's continue with practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Thank you for coming and sharing this time together. Peace and blessings to all. Namaste.